Welcome back, guys. Week 3 of prep just coming to an end. 15 weeks out from show number 1. So it's coming in fast already. I am just here outside Aldi at the moment. It's actually rest day today. So I've just been setting up new starters for the Cut to Confident 10-week program coming into summer. So all finished, into Aldi, pick up a shop, go home, eat, get ready for a new day of training tomorrow. So I'll show you a few bits I get in the shop. I end up shopping fucking like maybe 2-3 times a week. I always say I'm going to get a week's worth of shopping, but there's always something I need. So yeah, this is just like a little bit of a top-up. It's never a full shop. But these top-ups, for some reason, end up costing fucking 70 quid a pop because how? Like, what the fuck has happened? This cost of living crisis, it's just fucking crazy. But yeah, I'm off at Aldi. I'm actually a little bit sunburned as well. I'm after looking like Rudolph. I'm after making a bit of an error in terms of the sunbeds. So I'm, yeah. And also, if you want to know what I'm driving at the moment, I actually don't have a car. So Jem has ever so kindly let me use her car for the last couple of months. And she drives an i20. So, yeah. I'm 6'2". I'm 280 pounds. I say you can imagine how funny that looks, me driving around in an i20. I get some funny looks when I'm getting in and out of this car. But I'm blessed to be able to drive because I wasn't a while ago. Right, guys, so I'm going to give you a rundown of what we got. And as I said, 80 pounds. But I was like, how is this 80 pounds? But I think I know why. You'll see now. So I'll show you exactly what I got. We got frozen blueberries, okay? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of frozen blueberries. We got the eggs, golden yolk eggs from Aldi. There was actually like an egg shortage today. These were the only ones that were left, surprisingly. And these are my favourite eggs. So I got 4 of these. I have 4 eggs on training day, 2 eggs on rest days. So yeah, they won't last me long. Green beans. I have some of these already, but I restocked on a few. I always do that. If I have some stuff there, I'll always just get a few extra, just to time you over for a little bit longer. But green beans, 3 bags. See the ends on these. I always get shit for leaving the ends and not cutting them off when I'm making them, but fuck it, I'm not wasting time cutting them off. Some antihistamines, 2 packs of them. 3 red peppers. Look at them babies. These are a nightmare. If you buy red peppers, why do most of them look like they have AIDS? Like, how are they allowed to sell ones that are like withered and like black? So you have to root for the good ones. Then 1 pack of salmon, because we have salmon on rest day still. So that is for rest day. And then this is where the cost came from. Actually, no, I have one more. We have beetroot. Of course we have beetroot. This one here, this is my favourite. And when they have it in stock, I'll just buy like 4 or 5 jars, which I done last time, but they were still there today, so I bought another one. Just because they always run out and then they're out of stock for like months. Now, these babies, my cods. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 cods. So that's what the 50 quid was. I go through maybe 2 to 3 of these a day. So they go pretty fast. And they never have a whole lot of cod in Aldi. So when they have it, I will just fucking buy it all basically. Just so I don't have to go back. Because if it runs out of dates, I can just throw it in the freezer. So it's handy. Okay, gang. So little update on where we're at. I'm going to pop up some pictures around the screen here as well of yesterday's check-in. Saturday, bang on 15 weeks out. I'm going to pop some pictures up and show you where we're at. So this week, this prep in general, it's been a little bit turbulent so far. Usually, when I go into a dieting phase, my body just takes off. It's crazy. But this time, it's just fucking being all over the place. At the start, body weight spiked up. It came down. It's like, okay, we're moving. Spiked up again. Now it's coming down. Like, what the fuck is going on? So it's a bit of a mind fuck, okay? And one thing for me, which I'm like, right, what potentially could this be? And look, there's a multitude of reasons. I think every diet, every prep is different. And I feel like I'm nearly growing into this. I feel like already I'm fitting out pretty nicely. One thing could be that my health phase this time, my cruise phase kind of in between the off season to the prep was a little bit longer. So it could just be that I'm in a much more responsible position now, to be fair. I think stress has definitely been higher than other preps or dieting phases. There's a lot going on this year, a lot going on behind the scenes. So I think it's not bad stress, good stress as well, but just with so much going on, maybe that's having an impact. I'm not really sure, to be fair. But either way, big focus of mine this week is just trying to have a little bit more downtime in the evening so I can get better quality sleep, etc. as well. There's also been some changes implemented as of Friday. So basically, 60 grams of carbs and 10 grams of fat pulled out of training days, and then 40 grams of carbs and 10 grams of fat pulled out of rest days, and a little bit of clean in there now as well. So they're the changes we made on Friday. Well, they're the changes Cuba made on Friday. And already we've started to move down over the past couple of days. We're pretty much just over a kilo down. So I am happy. So I started to move, feeling a little bit better. And I'm hoping now things start to take off a little bit faster now. But look, if I'm getting leaner and body weight isn't flying off, I suppose it's a good thing. I compared some pictures back to 15 weeks out of last prep as well. I'll actually pop these up here on the screen now as well. And this kind of shows how much progress has been made and the difference in terms of condition at this stage in comparison to last stage as well. So I'm happy. We're in a good position, but that's where we're at. No changes to cardio. Food, we went through food. Cardio, no changes. Still no cardio in. Steps, still at 10,000. So just a couple of adjustments to food. And then on my end this week, what I need to improve is definitely trying to have that bit more downtime, better quality sleep, and just trying to fucking calm the ham a little bit. Do you know what's actually different as well? In previous preps, in previous diets, okay, I used to just hide away. As in, like, I used to just wear oversized clothes and just hoodies, and it's almost like, as you like, the deeper along you get as a bodybuilder, it's like we get more self-conscious and just like, it's like body dysmorphia. But I'm like, this time, like, you know what? I'm going to fucking enjoy being lean. When I'm getting lean, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not going to be afraid to fucking wear a vest or a jersey or something in the gym, or, you know, I'm going to embrace it a little bit more, because this shit doesn't last forever. And I see things happening, okay? I see things happening. You know, as you get older, you know, you see bad shit, you see people dying, you see things happen where you're like, fucking hell. Like, imagine that was me, or imagine that was my family, etc. And it just shows how like limited time we have doing this, or in general. So like, fuck it, you know what? Let's enjoy this a little bit more. Like, that's why I'm documenting this, because I want to be able to look back on things here. Like, I'm not fucking gonna win a pro card. I'm not doing a fucking like hunt for a pro card, etc. Who knows if I even fucking do well in shows this year? But that's why I'm just not afraid to just fucking put myself out there. And yeah, it's gonna be a little bit different in terms of documenting this fully all the way through. Just not really hiding away in terms of my physique, etc. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy this. As bodybuilders, we don't have to be big fucking grumpy heads and not have fun. Enjoy it. If you're prepping, fucking enjoy it. Have fun. It's meant to be fun. Yes, guys, so I'm going to show you my pre-workout meal. We'll show you peri-workout nutrition today. So we'll show you pre, intra, and post, what I'm having around my workouts and why as well, basically. So in my pre-workouts, we have carbs and proteins. We have 100 grams of pineapple. We have 150 grams of raw weight rice. And then we have 175 grams of cod with some peppers and ketchup, of course. No mustard, I know. So rice, cod, pineapple. Again, what are we looking for in a pre-workout meal? Something that goes down super easy, that sits in your stomach, doesn't bloat you, and so you're not going to be fucking shitting yourself halfway through your session, basically, or just sitting on your gut while you're trying to train. So that, for me, is perfect. And in terms of timing, I like this in and around 60 minutes away from my workout, maybe 60 to 90 minutes, depending. I think if I eat it like 45 minutes before, half an hour before, it does sit in my stomach, regardless of what it is. When I was younger, I remember I could just go and fucking, like literally, I could eat on the way to the gym, and it could be anything as well. I could eat fucking pizza and go and train straight away. But as you get older, I think you just become a bit more of a pussy, and your body just starts to shut down a little bit. But no, that is pre-workout meal. That will go in, and then we will workout drink ready, and our intro workouts before we head and try and push. We have carb drive. You've seen me use this bad boy before. So we have carb drive, and we have essential gains, which is the amino acids. So carbs, cyclodextrin basically, essential amino acids, that is what I have intro. I have at the moment 50 grams of the carbs and then 25 grams of the essential amino acids. I actually have 200 mils of coconut water with this as well. I put it into this bottle. This is king. If you don't have yourself one of these, get yourself one of these, a funnel. They are vital rather than that powder going absolutely everywhere, which it actually still fucking does. So yeah. That is intra, and I actually have pre-workouts ready as well in my Uform shaker. So here I have Mega Pump today. So 17 grams of this. Yes, I said 17 grams. So I actually don't go by serving sizes. I will weigh out my supplements because, say for example, something says 1 scoop. If you weigh out 1 scoop, it could be completely different to what it says in the tub. So I never trust it. I always just weigh it out just so I know exactly what I'm getting from it basically. But 17 grams of Mega Pump. I'm actually not using any caffeine for this session, for push. I'm not using any for pull at the moment either. I am using it for legs, but as we start to get deeper into this prep and I start to need it more, I will start bringing in probably coffee, or else I'll add in the Stim pre-workout by Conte as well, alongside Mega Pump, and I will stack them two together. So, as I said before, split for this prep is push, pull, legs, rest, and repeat. So, starting off with push in this session. Starting off with loin cuff laterals. I love this variation. This is going to be a side delt variation. You know, you can look at doing side lateral raises with dumbbells, side lateral machine. But I love the loin cuff here to start off before I go into any sort of pressing, etc. as well. I feel like it really warms the shoulders up. But it doesn't take away from any of my pressing, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I really like these. Again, what I like to do here is I think about pushing my fist towards the machine, and then I think about kind of dragging like forwards and out. So even though it looks like my arms are kind of pulling up, I'm not even thinking about pulling up here. I'm literally just thinking about pushing down and dragging out. And this really fucking lights delts up hard. But it's very easy to go too heavy here and just throw the weight around. So with this, I just try and be super, super accurate and just make sure that it's just that side delts just being nailed every single rep, which requires not crazy load, otherwise everything fucking takes over. I leave that heavy stuff to the press and stuff that comes up as well. So onto the pec deck. Now, with this, why do I have the fat grips on the handles? Kuba puts them on because he doesn't hold the handles, so I just don't fucking take them off. So there's no special scientific reason for this. I just don't bother taking them off, but I prefer holding the handles rather than having my hands off them. Again, it's person dependent. This is what feels best for me. So with these, again, just really open up as much as I can. When I come into this, I try and keep chest tall and open. I try not kind of come back. When you come in, it's very easy to kind of let shoulders cave. So if I try and keep my chest tall, it definitely gives me a much better contraction on the chest as well. I always have a slight pause on the stretch and the squeeze in these. Nothing crazy, but I just feel when I control each end, I can just get more out of it. Plus I feel a little bit safer as well. I've had a couple of pec injuries in the past. So when you have these injuries, I think it's always in the back of your mind and you can always feel things here and there. So I just make sure I'm super fucking careful. And I feel like sometimes injuries, they make your training more accurate because you are so focused on working around the injury that you're really more accurate on the training, so you feel like it's really just on the muscle and nothing is getting like twinged, etc. during the set. So yeah, that is pec deck. It was 2 sets of line cuff laterals, 2 sets of like 10 to 12, and then 2 sets of 10 to 12 on this. I actually think I got like 14 here, to be fair, and then I increased the weight on the second set into third exercise. So Atlantis incline. To be honest with you, I'm probably going to pull this out next session. Again, for me, it feels good, but there's a bit of discomfort there at the bottom on my left shoulder. So I feel like I'm so conscious of that in the bottom position that I can't just fucking attack. I want to be able to get into a machine and not feel anything and just be able to just fucking attack rather than thinking, oh, am I going to get injured here? So yeah, to be honest with you, like, it doesn't feel terrible. It's still good, but I think I'm just going to fucking be smart here, especially in a prep. I don't want any niggles here. So I think I'm going to change this out for maybe the incline flex leverage press. I like that, and it doesn't cause me kind of any issues either. Now, with this, with any sort of press, I don't just think about this fall on top of me. I think about, right, keep my chest tall, and I imagine I'm like rowing it down onto my chest. I feel that's a great cue for me to be able to create more tension on the way down as well. I feel like when I just drop into the hole, I feel like I just press with fucking everything. Shoulders, triceps, everything, and it's just, yeah. So you'll see, again, it's just like little pauses in the squeeze and the stretch on flies, presses. It's just, like I said, it's just a safety thing that I do. That gives me a little bit more focus on the muscle rather than potentially hurting myself again, which that is the last thing I fucking want. So on to prime press next. This is like a low incline. Yeah, it's not a flat, so it's like a low incline. But this is a beautiful piece of kit. I love it. I'm a big fan. But again, I have these machines. I have access to these machines. But if you want to kind of copy this session and do it yourself, like, just use an incline press. Just use like a low incline press for the second exercise. It doesn't have to be this exact piece of kit. This is what feels good for me. This is what I have access to. It is not the magic fucking exercise to build the chest, the magic machine. It's what you connect with. And you may even try this machine and not even really fucking like it. So, like I said, person dependence. That's the answer for a lot of things within training, within bodybuilding in general. So, onto the Gym Lico standing. I use this for tricep biased. So you will see my elbows are tucked, and I'm almost like driving them down and tucking them. They're quite narrow as well. So this, it will be everything. It will be chest, front delts, but like mainly tricep. Like, I mainly get tricep out of this. It's like my tricep compounds. So again, trying to, as I come down, not just coming back, keeping my chest tall and thinking about elbow down and back. And again, the more like, basically the more bend in your elbow, the more tricep that's going to come in here. So you will see as I come down, there's a lot of fucking bend. And then from the bottom, it's like a slight pause. And then I'm thinking about pressing, like emphasizing that press back through the tricep. It's a heavy, heavy machine. But I'm a big fan. Then onto skull crushers. I should probably say it was 2 sets on the 2 presses. So it was a heavier set of 6 to 8 on the first set of incline, and then the second set was like 10 to 12, and then the prime press, it was 2 sets of like 10 to 12, is what we done there. 1 set of 8 to 10 on the tricep press, and then into this overhead extension. So it's like an easy bar skull crusher, easy bar cable skull crusher. I am a huge fan of these. I really, really like them. So I'm really trying to like sink that as deep as I can. So like as deep as possible here, spending time there, because that's where most of the damage is going to be done in this. It's heavy here. When it's hard, I like to spend time in it. Most people, when it's hard, they want to escape it. But if you can learn how to like emphasize the parts of exercises that are difficult, that's where the magic is going to happen. So here, I'm not thinking of like pressing up. I almost think about stretching here and then pressing like up and back. And I feel like this, honestly, there's the stretch and the pump I get tricep wise here is nuts. 2 sets here. No, yeah, 2. No, 2 sets here. 10 to 12 reps on both of them, and then into the final exercise. This is 3 sets. Easy bar push downs. Again, big fan. I don't like straight bars. I much prefer easy bars because I feel like my wrist mobility just fits them a little bit better in comparison to them being straight. It feels a bit uncomfortable. So push downs here, 3 sets. The first set, I've done 15 reps. The second set, I kept the weight the same, and I think it was 11. Then I rested for like 15 seconds and then went to failure again. So I got 4. So it was 11 and 4. That's called, these are called myo rep sets. So basically, you're doing 3 sets, but each time you're taking as many sets in each, you're taking as many mini sets in each set in order to hit the amount of reps that you got at the start in the first set. Does that make sense? So this is my second one. Like I said, I think I got 11, and then I rested, as you will see. Just kind of deep breaths, kind of letting the arms rest for a second, and then I go back in and finish it off to failure. Now, the third set, what I done was, I think I got like 9 reps. And don't forget, I'm trying to match 15, which I got in the first set. So I done on the third set, I done like 9 reps, rested, done like 3 reps, like I think it was 4, rested, finished off with like 2 reps, which matched 15. Does that make sense? So yeah, it's just, it absolutely destroys. It's just a way of taking it past failure, taking it past your normal failure, and by adding in little intensifiers like this. So yeah, it's a tough one, but that is the push session wrapped up. Not a crazy amount of volume, but don't forget, I'll push again in 4 days' time. So we got to recover, so we can't do a crazy amount. Otherwise, we're just going to be still fucking sore by the following session. Yes, gang. So post-workout meal going down. Just mixing my way. So I just put a little bit of water in this, and I'm going to make it into my little sludge, as you will see. So that's what it looks like, yeah. And then you just patiently give it an old stir. You don't put too much water in. If you put too much water in, you can't go back, because it just becomes just fucking water in the tub. So if you put a little bit in and just be patient with it, then it becomes like that. So I can put that upside down. Look at it does spill out. Don't try that at home. Fucking hell. But it's very thick, as you will see. So that's my way. And then with this one, we have 150 grams of cream of rice and 150 grams of blueberries in there as well. So that is the post-workout meal. I'll put a little bit of the whey in on a cream of rice, and then I will eat the rest of the whey. I'm a creature of habit. Everything has to be eaten like the exact same. Everyone has their own little things they like to do. So I'll eat this first, then I will eat this bad boy, and then that is my post-workout meal. With the post-workout meal, it is just carbs and protein, minimal fat in this meal. That is what I prefer, because again, post-workouts, that is the body's most susceptible time to really uptake carbs, because you know, you've just replenished glycogen from the muscle. So yeah, that's where most of my carbs are kind of based around. That's the highest carb meal of the day. So that is post-workout meal, and I will leave it there. Obviously, push session was fantastic, and now we are into another week. Next video, already it'll be 14 weeks. So this will absolutely fly in. So yeah, hopefully you're enjoying this. Hopefully you're picking up little bits of what the food's looking like, what the mindset's like, how the progress is going, what the training's like at the moment. And I think I'll get a bit more interesting as we get deeper in and the mind games start to kick in, and I'll keep it very, very honest on this as well in terms of how I'm feeling. Sometimes it's going to be great, sometimes they may be pretty depressing vlogs, who knows, but I'll be honest throughout the whole thing. So thank you very much for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next week.